Hi everyone, my name's Colette. I'm a Thermomix consultant here in Australia. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we are looking at the Impossible Quiche. It's a wonderful dish to have in your repertoire, great for using leftovers. So I'm going to get stuck in straight away. So I've actually got here some cheddar cheese and some Parmesan. I like the extra bitiness the Parmesan gives this particular dish. So I have got 120 grams of cheddar and about 50 grams of Parmesan, and I just need to grate that in the Thermomix. So in that goes, and I'm going to set this for about 10 seconds at speed number 7. So that's my cheese beautifully grated, and I'm just going to set that to aside for later. Now, before I started, I actually have preheated my oven to 200 degrees, and I've taken a pie dish and I have buttered that because that's what I'm going to be pouring this Impossible Quiche mixture into. So that's going to be used later as well. Alright, so I'm now going to pop into the Thermomix an onion, and I'm not going to bother washing it. It's got that leftover cheese, but that's okay. So a whole onion, I've just peeled it, it's chopped in half, and I'm going to put those two halves into the Thermomix. And of course the first thing I need to do is to chop those. And to chop an onion, 3 seconds at speed 5. So 3 seconds, you can see that is beautifully chopped up, absolutely great. I love I don't have to chop onions anymore. One of the great benefits of owning a Thermomix. Excellent. Now, with your quiche, you can use whatever you want as your filling. So I've actually got 100 gram of bacon bits. Now you could put 4 rashers of bacon in with that onion and chop them all together. I just happen to have these already chopped up. And I've got a few bits of leftover mushrooms, so I'm going to incorporate those as well. And I'm also going to incorporate some peas. So if you work on fillings of about 200 grams, it's going to work beautifully. So think maybe leftover vegetables. Potatoes are beautiful in this concoction, but today I am using bacon, and because the bacon is raw and the onion is raw, I want to saute them. So I'm going to add the bacon in with the onions, and I'm also going to add in the mushrooms. The oil I'm using is olive oil, so I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil, that's going in as well. And then all I need to do is saute these. And I'm going to do that for 4 minutes at 100 degrees at speed 1. Okay, so I'm off to do something else where Thermi does the sauteing for me. Okay, so that's sauteed beautifully for 4 minutes, and you can see that the bacon, the mushrooms, and those onions have actually sauteed beautifully. Alright, so now what we need to do is to add the rest of the ingredients. And what makes this quiche, I guess, special is that we just put everything in together and there is no crust. However, we do incorporate a bit of flour, and that flour kind of settles in the bottom and you get a very soft, very shallow crust, and it's quite lovely. So now for the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to pop into here 70 grams of self-raising flour, so in that goes. And I've got, as part of my mixture of that 200 grams of extras, I've got my peas going in. They were frozen. And I have got cheese. Now I don't want to put all of this cheese in, I want to keep some for the topping. So that goes in. Good. I've just kept some by for the topping. And I've got a teaspoon of salt, so not too much because we've got the bacon in there that's making it extra salty. And I have actually got 320 grams of full fat milk here, and that's going to go in as well. And then 4 eggs is going to go in. And then course, plenty of black pepper. So doing that 20 seconds on reverse at speed number 4. Okay, so that's now finished, and that's been beautifully incorporated, so all lovely and mixed up together. All lovely mixed up together. So all I need to do is to pop that into my pie tray. And I'm going to top that with this extra cheese, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, so my lovely impossible quiche has been in the oven for about 40 minutes. Now I did need to cover it with a bit of foil after about half an hour because it was browning up. Remember, I put all that cheese on top. So I've taken it out. It's rested for about 15 minutes. And all I've done is taken my spatula and just gone round the sides, just to free up those sides a little bit. So I'm going to cut a slice, and let's see. It smells really cheesy. It smells really good already. And in fact, my husband's been saying to me constantly, "Can I have a slice? Can I have a slice?" Okay, so that looks good. Let's make sure I cut that nicely. Always the first slice is the hardest to get out. So let's get this little slice out. So there we go. Oh, yum. So there we go. Can you see? How good does that look? So I'm going to pop that on there, and that will be just beautiful with a lovely salad. So absolutely lovely, impossible quiche. It's got a kind of a little bit of a crusty thing happening at the bottom. Remember, that's that self-raising flour that has sunk to the bottom. And I think this is going to be really nice and cheesy. Very nice and cheesy. So impossible quiche in the Thermomix, a real quickie, and this quiche can actually freeze beautifully for about 2 months. And the great thing is you can actually also cook this in muffin tins. So cook it in the same way. It takes roughly probably about 5 minutes less, maybe 10 minutes less, so just keep an eye on it the last 10 minutes. And then you can pop those in the freezer and then help yourself to those for a lunch. And I like to defrost them and reheat them in the oven at about 150 degrees for about 15 minutes, and they should be beautiful. So thank you very much. Have a go at making the impossible quiche. Bye for now.